As you guys probably know, Amare Stoudemire was signed as assistant coach for Steve Nash and the Brooklyn Nets. This had a lot of mixed reactions from fans, including some saying they should add on Shaq to that group as well and bring back the whole band from the Suns team. Now obviously there's a lot of reasons why this won't be happening, but I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to bring up some old, almost dead beef from Shaq and Steve Nash, so you guys are not going to want to miss this one. So it all started in February of 2008 when Shaq got traded to the Phoenix Suns in exchange for Shawn Marion and Marcus Banks. So Shaq and Steve Nash were just chilling together, talking about everything, and then Steve Nash was like, "Hey man, I got a cool idea for a new TV show. It's where I play against celebrities in their own game or I play against other athletes in their own sport." He then went on to add that they were still working on some of the details of the show and how everything would work, but eventually the show got put on pause for a little bit. A few months later, on the team bus, Shaq went on to tell his new teammates of his brand new show that he's about to start. And wouldn't you know what it was about? It was about Shaq playing against other celebrities at their own profession and other athletes at their own sport. Now obviously, Steve Nash was not happy about this, and a team rep overheard him say, "Wait, you mean the show that you completely ripped off from me?" Now either Shaq didn't hear this or pretended not to, but overall there was no confirmed response from Shaq on that. So later on, the show started to get some more publicity and some trailers started coming out. The show was called Shaq Versus, and Steve Nash was still not happy about it, so he went and got himself a lawyer and went after Shaq. The two sides eventually agreed to give Steve Nash an executive producer spot on the show and a percentage of the revenue from every show that was made. But we all know Shaq though, it wasn't going to end there, and of course it didn't. So as we all know, Steve Nash has 2 MVPs, and a lot of people in 05-06 felt like maybe Kobe should have won that one, but not Shaq. Shaq thinks that he should have won that one. So he constantly brings up to Steve Nash, "Hey, what about the MVP you stole from me?" Because he stole his show, so he needs something to get back at Steve Nash for. Steve Nash has nothing, but Shaq wants to bring up the MVP like Steve Nash stole it. All he did was win the award. He just played good basketball. That's all you can do. He didn't steal anything. Shaq blatantly ripped off his show. But that brings us to a lot more recent events. Last month, Steve Nash was on Inside the NBA, and of course, Shaq had to bring up the stolen MVP.
Steve Nash, we congratulate you, man. And you got something else,
Steve,
Shaq?
if you're at your house, can you show me one of those MVP trophies that you stole from me? Congratulations.
You know what? I mean, I don't know. If you can't make a free throw down the stretch, you know, it's hard to get an MVP, buddy.
Steve Nash came back and said, "Well, I guess you can't win MVP if you don't make a free throw down the stretch." Now, I know they were joking around, but when it comes to Shaq, you know that even jokes, he takes a little too personal. I'm surprised he didn't bring up his 4 rings in that situation. So knowing that, I'm guessing we will hear about the stolen MVP a couple more times in the future. But as for right now, this beef is pretty much dead. I mean, the show was years ago, and the MVP, I mean, he's going to bring it up, but overall, I think the beef is pretty much dead at this point. So with that, I'll leave it to you guys. Who do you think should have won the 05-06 MVP? Was it Steve Nash, Kobe, Shaq? And name any player you think should have won that award. Do you think Shaq was in the right or in the wrong about the whole Shaq versus show? And lastly, what do you think about Amare Stoudemire being the assistant coach of the Brooklyn Nets? Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more NBA content just like this, and I will see you guys in the next video.